Alright, so in this one we are going to be doing my Dragon Ball Legends end of March 2025 tier list here. I figured we would be getting another one of these because a big unit would come, and well, a big unit sure did come to the game, with it being Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Dooogote having a massive impact, as you would probably anticipate. But I do have some honorable mentions here, actually 5 of them. I did, do a top 15 last time, and I think that was a little bit overdone. I do agree with, there is 15, 20 units you can use right now, and they're all completely viable and very strong, if not even 25, to be really, really transparent. But I think just having honorable mentions and having these units in a decent order of where I could agree to put them would be just more a compiled setting. So we'll do that right here, with it being the honorable mentions of, I guess you could say, 11 through 15, or just good units that can be argued in a sequence of top 10. That was kind of the last top 15 list. All of those units could be argued top 10, and well, it's kind of a similar vibe to it here. So honorable mentions will be MZ, IT Goku, Majin Vegeta, Super Trunks, and as well as Daima Super Saiyan Goku. Again, this would be the order I would place them, so MZ would be 11, IT Goku would be 12, MV would be 13, Super Trunks would be 14, and Daima Goku would be 15. Just to touch on the units very quickly, MZ, boom, right there, he is a red, so being a red is not ideal currently. Clearly, you do have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who is a very strong powerhouse character, and the respect on his name has to be given because this guy does a green card, and guess what? Your sub counts are up, MZ's in. MZ could very easily fall victim to him, as well as MZ's best teams. Well, he can run on God, he with Super Saiyan God Goku, then you have Tamagami there. It's just MZ's teams and his own merit of kit not having that defense neutral entry, at least as consistently as you'd like, is going to hurt him in the long run, and ends up being just a Super Saiyan 4 Goku victim, which every unit technically is, but at least in a color setting, MZ does become that, so he does have to falter off the list for me. IT Goku definitely is strong, but as well as, again, Super Saiyan 4 Goku has an impact in such a hard degree that, yes, IT Goku is strong, but people are scared to run Cell because Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which in turn means the yellows would gain more stock, which in turn means you're running into Beast and MV more, and while IT Goku's decent against them, he's still a purple that's going to die very quickly to them. So, value there, yes, coexist, but is it as infinite as it could be? No. Goku's coloring makes it where it's technically going to be worse because, again, people are scared to run reds right now because Goku exists. While he's not the hardest damage dealer, just as good as he is, he does make people fear running Cell. MZ, the most common red I see is Daima Goku just because, well, he's on Daima. And it's really not because anything else. It's just that he's on Daima. They're like, full Daima team, I could have my indestructible. And that's the only reason. So it's not that great. MV, similar vibe to what I just explained, with the yellows gaining stock because the reds are being scared to be run, though I think reds are more fine than not. I think it's a little bit over-exaggerating a fear of Goku, but that's the current meta. People are scared to run them, so MV would gain value back. Not being as scared of Cell, because Cell is taking a backseat because people are scared to run Cell, though I think Cell is perfectly fine. It does have a hiccup now, which is just good counterplay to him. You just have to acknowledge that, well, yellows can do their job decent. I guess Vegeta could snipe Tamagami. He is basically defense neutral the entire game, but Vegeta does have more snipe potential within Daima. Snipe Ku, snipe Tamagami, snipe Du, snipe whoever you want, right? It still does coexist in the game. So Vegeta did a better spot than he was, though I don't think he makes top 10. He still has a better spot. Super Trunks, I mean, he is core hybrids, but even then, hybrids I don't think is perfect. You have Beast there, Super Trunks, and let's say Gone Trunks, right? It's probably the best 3 you can run. That would be my guess, at least, just off the top of my head. And Super Trunks definitely is the liability of them all. Again, Goku kind of just does his job there, as well as Vegeta can burst them down. Super Trunks just does okay, right? Nothing crazy. And then Red Super Saiyan Daima Goku is, again, slot on teams if you just don't own Du, Ku, or Tamagami, right? People just slot on Red Daima Goku because they own him. Somehow they have like a low star Tamagami, high star Goku. I don't know what's going on, but I see this guy decently, but he never has an impact. Whether it be with Ku in the match, whether it be without Ku in the match, Ku, who is defense neutral, by the way, on his entries, I never see this unit have a crazy impact within my regards of match. So maybe he's better than I'm grading him here. Maybe he should be a little bit higher than this 15 spot, but from what I've experienced and There is some subjectivity within this, because it always has to be within tier lists. Obviously, mostly objective, but some subjectivity. He just exists. He can do something, I'm sure. There's times he does pop off, but for the most part, he just coexists alongside the others who are just doing everything. Like, if you're on Vegeta and Red Super Saiyan Diamond Goku, Red Super Saiyan Diamond Goku's not seeing the light of day. There's just no point. Vegeta, 90% of every match, he's just going to solo a match, just because he has that window of opportunity of his bursting, and Goku being a safety with alongside him, he just becomes a lot better. But that's going to be the 10 through 15. Now, 9 and 10, I actually do think are tied. And I actually do have to move this a little bit here, with it being Majin, Ku, and Tamagami. I cannot differentiate these two. I figured Tamagami would gain value, and lo and behold, I think he gained value. There's two different Daima cores. I don't think one is better than the other. I think one just fits a different methodology of play than another. So I'll explain the one I like more, which is why Ku is number 9 instead of 10. If they are in the, slash tiers, the interchangeable tiers I like to call, that means if you put Tamagami 9, sure, I could agree. If you put Ku 9, yes, I agree more. But why I think Ku is better is just what I prefer, right? What you get from Ku instead of Tamagami is you're getting more possibilities of a combo with the paralyzed, with the feints. You're getting more support within the 50% support that he gives to Daima. And you're getting more vanishes. So you're getting a lot more play of action going on there. With Tamagami, and this is why I prefer Ku, because I do like the more play of action going on. With Tamagami, you're getting rush safety because he heals rush. You're getting green card sealing. You're getting better durability. And I don't think either is better than the other. Let's say Super Saiyan 3 Goku's in a match, right? That guy's a problem. Well, if that's in the match, and by the way, you could just run all 4 of the units. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Ku, and Tamagami number 3, and then if you just see a green that's scary, just bring Tamagami instead of Ku, right? That's why I'm saying they're interchangeable. You literally can just interchange them within the matchup setting. But let's say Super Saiyan Goku's in a match. Okay, I have Tamagami number 3. That guy is useless. Quite honestly, he becomes useless. Unless that Goku gets a lucky green card, which he can, he's going to lose his cover and all. Tamagami's going to soak everything. Can't rush me. I still have my indestructible. Tamagami probably might even live the rush because Goku's never neutral, because every neutral Goku gets, Super Saiyan 3, is only on blue card, and Tamagami cancels buff effects 3 times. If not, Goku would cancel buff effect as well, because, well, he also does that, right? So there's a matchup where you run Tamagami. But let's say I'm in a Daima mirror, I'm running Ku. And most of the matches right now are going to be Daima mirrors, with it being Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Ku, Tamagami, one of the few, right? Running Ku there is going to be better because everyone's healing so much. What do you want? Damage. You want to kill them before they're all healing a billion zillion health. This is like GT 2.0. Super Baby 2, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? That team was very strong, very powerful, good damage, good sustainability within Goku to Baby, and it was just very good. It was the best team in the game when it first dropped, and it actually was one of the better banners of this game's history, funny enough. And what happens right now is a similar essence to that with Ku or Tamagami. So it's up to your preference. I don't think either is better than the other, but I do think they are above those units below them, because what they bring to the table for Daima, while they are not giving the same value of Goku, obviously, Goku's going to be much higher, they're giving their own merits of value that is definitely impactful and definitely will make you just, the Daima team. I know people are hating the Daima team right now, but I mean, to be fair, we were kind of building up to this, and I'd rather them not fumble, like the Dragon Ball team, and I'd rather them succeed. Like, people are saying Daima needed a Dragon Ball Saga level plat. Now no one's saying that. So that means they succeeded, which, thank God, because they needed it. Daima's pretty cool. But number 8 actually did originally have this as a shared tier, 7 through 8, but after more and more play, I do agree with this notion here that Turles is number 8. Yes, Turles does obviously have more value within the premise of, well, I guess you could say lower value then. I guess Ultra Cell going down gives him lowered, but then Tamagami being coexistent in a matchup to give him more. I guess there's greens running around, so you can run Garlic with them, which I don't think Garlic's terrible. And clearly the defense neutral against the green units could be pretty competent. But Turles is just okay. I don't think Turles is a crazy option right now. I guess Turles, in a general scheme, would lose value, because it's not like you're running into the Ultra Cell thing anymore, where it's like, okay, I have to have a safety unit guaranteed every match. Well, now you don't have to have one, right? While clearly Goku is good, it's not, okay, they get a rush, I auto die, I can't live, I can't do anything, my life is gone. Like, that doesn't coexist anymore as much as it used to, with Ultra Cell being number 1, which, spoiler, he's not number 1 here. So I guess Turles is just okay. People like to say that Movie's team of Godoku and Beast is pretty good. Honestly, and this is no slander toward any unit, but I'd rather run Garlic on that team, just because you are going to run into Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. While he is neutral for a few counts, 3 counts, Garlic will be fine, man. Like, I'd rather run Garlic there instead of either of them. It doesn't matter, Godoku or Beast. Not saying Garlic is better, but for a meta-dependent setting, I do think Garlic is pretty valuable, because you can't run Tamagami, because you need another weapon wielder to get the full effects of Tamagami, right? Which you can't do here, so Garlic is their second best option. And I get he does no damage. He's just a discussion point here of, like, you could run that on Movies, and Turles is on Movies. That's just what exists there. So, Turles be number 8. Again, nothing crazy, nothing bad. He's aging pretty well, right? He was off top 10 for a little bit of time, I'm pretty sure. But now he's back, and I don't anticipate a Godly Green dropping soon. I don't, because we've gotten 6 zillion green unit buffs in the recent... Since Festival. I mean, Jesus Christ. We need to stop with that. Hopefully we are. It seems like we are. I mean, Vegeta just existed, but, you know, it seems like we are. So I think Turles should be fine. Should be. I don't know. We'll find out soon. Probably within 2 weeks if the next LF or Ultra resets the game and kind of malfunctions everything. And have to point this out because Turles does have it. Tamagami even has it as well. Any unit that spawns Cover Null on their green cards and gives yourself Cover Null and green card is much more valuable right now because, again, Goku's cancel buff effect. Okay, I pop my strike, boom. I might have my Cover Null's gone. Oh no, well, Turles spawns green and gets Cover Null on green. So guess what? Turles would ignore Goku's situational play of cancel buff effect. So guess what? Turles can continue comboing, and it's a great time. Tamagami, similar vibe there. And units that can do that are much more better off than any that can't. Matter of fact here, that's kind of my biggest gripe about MZ. I do wish he made Cover Null somewhere in his kits besides his gauge. Him not having that is why MZ doesn't make the list. It's one of the big reasons. But Valley number 8, number 7 will be Legends Limited Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I know everyone is just... People might disagree, and that's, you know, I expect disagreements every tier list, don't get me wrong, but this one, people might disagree a lot. I think his value has started to burn out. Thankfully, nobody likes this unit, right? I'm looking at this list here. I'm looking on the side. I pull it up here, and I see, yeah, just about every unit above this, everyone likes them, which I'm so glad about. By the way, again, this is going to be the tie tier 7-8, but I decided to change it to put Goku above Turles. But Goku right now, again, as I mentioned with the Daima core, and Daima is going to be the team you're running into most. I know I am, and I'm sure you are as well. Tamagami, you just have him on the roster. Tamagami's old, by the way. Tamagami's approaching 5 months old at this point. Tamagami's not new. Tamagami's on Vegeta's banner, which, spoiler, Vegeta's not even put yet, so Vegeta's minimum top 6. So, you know, let's think it through here. Tamagami is very easy to have right now. And with that, Tamagami makes Goku pointless. It's always been the case. It's just that, you know, what would you run prior? I think the best team you could run with Tamagami was Red Diamond Goku, Godoku, and then Tamagami number 3, right? That was kind of the team that you would run, and Super Saiyan 3 would basically do nothing against it. While it wasn't a very common team, it definitely was a team that he was running around from time to time. And now that Daima has such power and prowess behind them, what can Goku do? For one, his Cover Null can be canceled. If you don't know, now you know. Yes, again, units that get green card Cover Null are better, and Goku does get green card Cover Null, that's good. But the main essence of Goku is very simplistic. Spam and do a lot of cards, right? Not even do a lot of damage to them, just do a lot of cards so it's so overwhelming, and then you end up rushing through the end of it. Well, if Tamagami is going to be always advantage, because again, Goku's only neutral setting is blue card, which Tamagami would cancel buff effect for, right? So that would never happen. It wouldn't even matter, but it still would never happen. What is Goku going to do when he loses Cover Null, does not have a green card consistently being drawn when he's in Super Saiyan 3, because that is all that matters, Super Saiyan 3, not Super Saiyan 2. And even more so than that, when he has a purple right there, just hurting him. Now, Ku is not perfect against Goku. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Goku's immune to a lot of Ku's bullshit. But that's exactly my point, why Ku and Tamagami are together, because matchup dependent, as I mentioned in the example earlier, Tamagami versus Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku is pointless. He's probably the worst on your team barring you're running just like Shin or something, right? And yeah, probably argument's sake, Shin's probably doing more in that matchup because this card ceiling. Super Saiyan Goku has lost a little bit of luster due to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because now you have safety, which means if Super Saiyan 3 were to try to rush you, guess what? That shit ain't gonna happen, doesn't matter, right? For one, Red Diamond Goku cancel buff effects. If you were to run him, Tamagami cancel buff effects, and then Goku obviously has indestructible. Now, I'm not saying that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is bad against Super Saiyan 4. I will say Super Saiyan 4 is defense neutral 90 counts, which is a very good ability, obviously against greens. Keeps him a little bit safe there. But Super Saiyan 3's ideal rosters, ideal situational play, just isn't as impactful as it once was. It kind of got hurt by Cell, because he would run Super Saiyan 3 and MV. That was just a very good duo, and it always was. It got hurt by Cell, because Cell could just two-shot MV. Okay, well, what the hell do I do now? And now it gets even more impacted by Super Saiyan 4 Goku having an ally of Tamagami right there, and just having his own team being not immune to Super Saiyan 3 Goku's bullshit. But again, this purple right here is really the bread and butter of why Super Saiyan 3 has gone down. I think Tamagami is very good. I think Tamagami should get more gas. And matter of fact, that's why this man has faltered to a degree. Again, 7 is not a bad placement. This unit is the same age as Red Diamond Goku, right? And guess what? He's higher than Red Diamond Goku. So clearly he's aged better because of the silly shenanigans of no new goddamn purple premium unit. Hopefully it happens soon. But 7, I'm glad to see that. I'm happy to see that. My hatred for him knows no bounds. But I cannot deny T3 here, Tamagami number 3, doing a bang-up job, my buddy. Keep it up. Please keep it up. I don't want this guy up. I don't want this guy above. I want this guy off tier list. Won't happen soon. I want Super Saiyan to go off tier list, though. Number 6, though, will be Mr. Ultra Beast Gohan. Ultra Beast is definitely an interesting character. I don't think he's particularly great, bad. He's just kind of pretty good. I think that fits the mold for Ultra Beast. Yeah, Red's again getting a little bit more scared because of Goku existing, and just what happens around that does definitely have some impact on Beast, but it more so is the Special Beam Cannon. It's very simple how you do this. You let Super Saiyan 4 Goku get indestructible popped, you go to Beast, drop combo, indestructible, is done at that point. Then you do Special Beam Cannon, right? Boom, you kill him. Now, most people won't let that happen. They'll swap to their Vegeta, their Ku, their Tamagami. And you'll probably kill that character, but that is kind of the point to it, though. Indestructible is meant to be this, like, leeway of, okay, well, I can't at least die this combo, right? But Beast is foregoing that notion and saying, no, I disagree. You're going to die this combo. Somebody is dying to this shit. And, well, that's what Beast does. I think that Special Beam Cannon is a pretty decent option right now. Again, the movie's team of, well, Turles and God Goku alongside Beast definitely is at least competent, though I don't think it is perfect. I think it does a decent job. The issue with that team, though, does stem into the notion that you're not fighting Vegeta, but Vegeta is very good. Honestly, any green unit against a team that's not Daima is still clobbering the game, right? It's just that Daima has a safety precautionary unit within Tamagami, and that's why it's a little easier to fight, you know, teams with the green units, because Tamagami. Again, we need more purples. But Beast Gohan, there's not much to explain. He's a decent spot right now. I don't think he's perfect right now. I don't think he's bad right now, but he's decent. He's aged pretty well. He's been in these higher tiers of tier lists, and I think anything 6 or above is pretty high tier, so I like where he is. I do think there's an understandable debate to put him maybe 4/5, but I do like him 6 more than I like him 4/5, which we will touch on as a very interesting talking point here. With it being 4/5, this one I am just still considering as we go through, but this is why I have it as, with it being number 4, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and 5 as God Goku. Now, I know everyone's like, oh my god, Vegeta. What happened? Well, you remember Triku Turles? You know, Triku was pretty good on drop, but he wasn't anything crazy. He was aight. You know, he was better than Vegeta on drop, right? But he was aight. It was more because, well, there wasn't 50,000 yellows for Triku to contend with. It was just like 1. And it was Super Baby 2, I'm pretty sure, which is not really high competition for how old he was comparably. But Vegeta had like 7 greens to compete with, so Vegeta was in a much worse spot. But, again, similar to Triku and Turles, what happens over time is units can gain value from initial release to next release. And that's exactly what happened here. Vegeta is just much, much safer. Vegeta was already one of the best burst damage dealers in the game, and now he just exemplifies that even further beyond because he has his safety partner. Vegeta does not feel like a risk. What you'd run prior to Super Saiyan 4 Goku dropping was you'd run a Vegeta, Ku, and Red Daima Goku or Tamagami number 3, right? And I get it, you'd have the glaze for Vegeta, you'd have everything set up for him to go crazy, and he would go crazy. But then Ultra Cell exists, and then you die, and then your team crumbles because you have nothing else going on in your entire team, and then you just lose. That was the problem, right? Well, now that problem's fixed. That problem's finished, essentially, at least for now. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta gets a great partner, essentially, again, a Turles in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because that is what he is doing, giving these safety mechanisms to your team, and giving you better leeway of action, and allowing you to win matches, not by just clobbering, but by also having good allies that give you resourceful mechanics, with Goku having here. So Vegeta gains a lot of stock. Again, his damage was always very good. Even said it. This is probably the 3rd best green in the game, initially. But there was also contention for other teams being better than the best team Vegeta was on, which was Daima, which was the problem. Again, he dropped with a shitty Zenkai buffer and shitty equips. Week after week after week. Then he started getting better and better and better. And thankfully, he did. Because that's why he's here. Vegeta does an excellent job doing his damage. That's what he wants. He wants to do damage. Guess what? He is your main damage on Daima. While Goku is doing a lot of intangibles, a lot of utility, a lot of everything. And again, he will be higher than Vegeta. Vegeta is your main damage. And he does it perfect. Like I already mentioned, if you are facing any team in the game, most likely a green unit that is on this list is going to decimate it. Right? Right. And Vegeta is the best one on damage. That's just simply how it's put for me. Then, you do have, also, again, green card, cover null, Vegeta, 10 counts, green card, cover null, very strong ability. Matter of fact, he makes it on main ability. Ku can, I think, spawn some green cards as well there. You run him with Ku, Tamagami can spawn some greens, Red Diamond Goku spawn some greens. You obviously can have all that going on for you there, which gives you more value. But then God Goku number 5. God Goku is probably the best green to deal with Tamagami, and that's probably true. Vegeta does have 3 counts offense neutral on his entries, and that's great, but God Goku on Gauge, I believe it's either 5 or 10 counts, whatever it is. He does have more more neutral on his situational play than Vegeta. Though, then you look at Daima team compared to God Goku's team. Again, you're more talking about the movies team versus Daima. People are saying Daima's the best team in the game. I don't know if I agree with that, but I definitely think it's better than movies. Yeah, God Goku falls flat, and even more so than that, God Goku's neutral is a buff effect. So let's say you get the Gauge popped, then the first card you do is a Strike a Blast. Well, then your neutral is canceled, and then Tamagami can stop it. Now, you can play around this, but there is going to be times where you can't control that, and, well, your neutral that you needed to deal with Tamagami, because he is a purple that's going to wall you, it's going to be hurt, right? Vegeta's going to take a couple cards to end up getting that neutral, so he won't get his neutral canceled because he takes a couple cards before that neutral pops. And I'm sure this was intended and planned because that's exactly the perfect reason why he would be the best opportunistic green in most settings against purple. But in a general sense, if you can plan, God Goku would be. Yet again, we need a premium purple, but Tamagami is treating himself like a premium purple because how well he could do against these greens. They just don't have that much offense neutral, and if they do, a lot of it can be canceled. Vegeta's just can't be as easily because it's not on the first card. The others are, right? I mean, look at Vegeta. Entry, overall neutral. God Goku, entry, Gauge, overall neutral. See how it keeps rotating? That's the problem with it, though. Vegeta, do a couple cards, then we get our neutral. You can't stop that. Tamagami's gonna get his ass beat because Vegeta. Oh, Vegeta number 4, man. That's crazy stuff. Number 3, though, will be Mr. Ultra Cell. Now, I am truly acknowledging that Cell has been impacted by Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I am with you on that. But this unit's still perfectly fine. again, there's situations where you can't play around the cancel buff effect, and you do have to play into it, whether it be a drop combo, whether it be predictability of a situation, anything like that, right? And I understand that, and Cell does get hurt by the non-ease factor of the game right now for himself, because he does not get cover null anywhere else in his kit. So you have to do, let's say you run him on a team, you have this character already in prior, boom, you sidestep, you go to somebody else, you do a card with this other character, Goku's on standby, you get the cancel buff effect already procced, then you go to Cell. That's a lot of steps you have to do, but there is steps you can do to avoid Cell losing his ideal situation of having cover null, getting to be able to be neutral, and doing that. It's just that there's more steps, which doesn't make Cell bad, it just makes him require you to think 1-2 steps ahead, which predictability in this game definitely is something that's kind of, can't be objective with that, right? You can be subjective, which I have to be here, but that's what happens with Cell. You just kind of have to be more subjective with him. When I was running him, there's predictable situations. You expect Ku to come in because this guy's attacking. Okay, so I'll drop combo predict and then go to Cell, and then cancel buff effect's already gone. Boom, my neutral's active for my gauge. Everything goes well. And if I get that 50-50 kind of situation going off at least once a match, and then the cancel buff effect's not there, then Goku's just kind of sidelining, existing, someone's going to die. So Cell could still do his job of just murdering everybody's soul, and not to also mention, but to mention, Daima's just one team. While it is very common, fully aware, it's just one team. So what happens when Daima's not in the match? Cell still takes over the match. Whether it be Turles or not, whether it be Gohan Trunks or not, Cell takes over the match. Cell is still him, Cell's still a powerhouse, and Cell still does a very competent job. It's just that you require 1 to 2 extra steps to use him in his optimal way. And I don't think that's a problem for him. Matter of fact, I think that's a solution, because Cell, he released, you don't run Gohan Trunks or Turles, guess what? Bye-bye, you can't play the game. Like, honestly, you can't. You have to play better. Despite one mistake, you lose a unit. Once you lose a unit, things just go downhill from there. Now with Goku, there's many more units where you kind of, can get around the situation of Cell. And I think that's positive. I don't think Cell needed to be as oppressive as he was, though he is. Unless we're getting a lot of revivals coming soon, or Indestructibles or whatever, Cell didn't need to be what he was. Which I don't think he was overpowered, I just think it was a little bit touching kind of a notion of it, because there was no counterplay to Cell. You just, Turles, go on Trunks, or you just die automatically when he has a rush. There was nothing you can do about it, right? That was pretty stupid. But now, with Daima existing, Cell has to take a hit from it, obviously. And that's why he's number 3. Now, 1/2. Originally, I did have it 1, then 2. Different tiers here, but after more and more usage, and even using them together, which I do think is a good duo, I do have to put it as Gohan Trunks as number 2, and Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku as number 1. Again, shared tiers do mean they're interchangeable, though I am more... I'm going to change this. Add a row below. Yeah, we need to change this. I do not agree with this as a current. Calling it audible here. This must change. Yeah, this is not a shared tier here, unfortunately. We must share no tier with 4-5. So I think Vegeta is just outright 4. That's where I'm at. I was going to say 1-2 is shared tiers, and I agree with that. But everything shared tiers, that's 4/5, 9/10. No, I think Super Saiyan Vegeta actually is just better. After explaining it even more out loud, I actually do recognize it more. It kind of get the Tamagami situation there, which is, again, the worst thing for these greens to deal with. Vegeta's the best one to deal with it. Though Goku can, it's not as easy as Vegeta does. But 1/2, what that means is you could have Gohan Trunks number 1 or Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The reason Gohan Trunks, because they are number 2, so I'll explain them first. Versatility. This unit can run a strike base, blast base. They got the equips for both. They got the stats for both. They can run anywhere in that goddamn universe. This unit is made to run everywhere. They are designed to be longevity of aging, longevity of usage, and longevity of team synergy, right? And that's exactly what they do. You want to run them on hybrid? Do it. You want to run them on a team with Daima Goku? Do you want to run them with Cell on Future? Do it. You want to run them with Gohan Trunks? Do it. You want to run Gohan Trunks? You want to run them with Beast? Do it. You want to run them with Turles? Do it. You want to run them with Ku? Do it. You want to run them with MZ? Do it. You want to run them with UMV? Do it. You can run them anywhere. and that's just super powerful in its own right. Clearly, the safety mechanism that they do have in succession is very good. Them becoming blue clearly does obviously have some impact against Mr. Ultra Cell here as well. But it really is their versatility. They're nothing crazy of like, oh, they're this broken offense or this broken defense or this broken disrupt. They're solid offense, solid defense, solid, utility of disrupt, kind of honestly, card draw speed is decent enough, and solid combo extenders. So they're nothing overly done. They're just really strong at the roles they do, being competent at them, and then being so versatile just makes them this, honestly, god unit. I mean, I get it. Future Gohan is here. Gohan is here in general, and we know how Gohans are in this game, but like, seeing its glow up of time has really been a shift, because remember initially they dropped right after Beast Gohan and Super Saiyan 3 Goku right after, so you would think initially, oh my god, this is terrible. Kind of the same thing I have to LF Omega. He dropped right after UG4 and LF Ulton. Bit stupid, right? At least in thoughts of initial, but clearly now the hindsight that we have, that they were going to help buff the other colors, and this unit would gain more value over time, and they're top 2, so they gain more value over time. Then, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think his impact of the entire game right now is too strong to not be number 1. And what I mean by impact, removing Cover Null to basically every unit in the game. There's exceptions, like a USG, Sword of Hope Trunks, very few exceptions, but exceptions that don't even make the list here. But to majority of these units here, if not all, he removes their Cover Null anytime he leaves the field. That in its own right, that alone, I don't care what team, I don't care anything, that alone gives him top tier caliber. At bare minimum, that makes him a top 3 unit, because you expect basic offenses, basic defenses, and he has those. He is better than those. That premise alone, removing free Cover Null for so many units just on your existence, that has to be a shift of just mentality that you go through. You have to play different when this Goku's in the match. That is what a number 1 unit does. You must play different, right? You can't be this lackadaisical self against Goku. You have to play on your toes. Oh no, my Cover Null's gone. 50-50 time. Let's see what I do. Let's see what they do. Let's try to predict, and things will go on. If you don't do that, you're going to get cover changed by Goku, because he's an overall cover change. You're going to get cover changed by his allies, because you have a Strike and Blast cover change within Tamagami, Vegeta, Ku. You have to play with your brain when you're fighting Goku. You cannot just brain rot it with Goku in the match. You have to think. With Ultra Cell meta, you didn't have to think. You use Ultra Cell, you get your rush, I go rush, and I win. Wow, crazy. Game's over, right? That's it. You're done. With Goku, the shape of how you are forced to engage a setting and do a combo, once you get a combo, is much more vast and honestly more different than it's ever been. You are losing your best and easiest ability that every unit has given baseline because of one character. That alone is enough impact to make him bare minimum top 3, honestly top 1 to me. But then I go further into detail. He has Indestructible, very strong ability obviously, because it is a safety mechanism which UT1 on Daima, and again it gives Vegeta much more shine. What more than that? His green card, very strong. Sub-count up green card that chains into a combo is very powerful. Helps you snipe out some units, helps you get your potential situation for yourself to get even more of a gauge build up faster. It's very strong, and his gauge gets very fast later in the match. Strikes, normal, blast, normal, whatever. Him having nullify armor on blues and ults, for one, that's probably good against Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but clearly it's good against Ultra Cell, right? He does make a lot of blue cards as Goku within his gauge, so that could work very well. You just pop a main ability, pop a green, kind of stop time event here with somebody else, and then you go to Goku, boom, do that blue card, you see nullify armor, nullify red exclamation marks, whatever they are. Goku don't give a fuck. He going through that shit. Very strong ability there. And obviously, again, his last man standing. I don't have to talk about his Dragon Ball Destruction. But even more, the healing that he does, it's pretty impeccable, which Ku, Vegeta, they all do it. Daima team is literally, again, just healing a ton. They're not even that bulky. They just heal a ton. I don't have to talk about those things, just mentioned in passing, but last man standing, this Goku is very strong. I do notice people use him terribly, last man standing, which is unfortunate. Don't raw ult. Don't. Unless the unit clearly looks like they're going to die to it, don't raw ult. Don't. You got 10 count lock-in, last man standing. Let's use the brain a little bit. Let's figure it out. Let's get the 1v3. Right? Let's get the 1v2. A lot of people use him badly in last man standing. That's tough. It sucks. Sucks to see Goku get worse play. But he is kind of new, so I get it a little bit. I really need to stop seeing Goku raw ult me last man standing against my full health Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm like, huh. So you just wasted your entire free combo you had on me on a raw ult that didn't kill, and now I can 50-50 you and catch you and make you lose the match. Or at least pop your indestructible. And then I have 3 units or 2 units alive. I catch you one more time. You lose. You could have had a free kill. You wasted it. Don't do that with Goku. A lot of people do. Goku is very powerful, though. Again, his impact to the entire game is just super powerful, and nothing will really change that. Unless there's just a unit that's a green card spawner, that's a top 5 unit. Unless that just drops, in 2 weeks from now, nothing's going to change how Goku does change the surface of the game. You do not get your free cover and all, and guess what? At least not as consistently as you always would. Green cards will spawn, you'll get those green card cover and alls, you'll get that, that's great. But it's not as consistent as it ever will be, as just, I enter, I have cover and all. Wow, my day is complete, right? And Goku's impact within that is what makes him number 1 to me here, at least debatable. Again, go on Trunks just because of their versatility. Goku doesn't have as much versatility, but that impact there is why he would be number 1. Though, again, go on Trunks, I do understand the argument. I'm not on board to put them number 1, but that's why they're debated tier, and that's what that is up there. Now, to recap, number 1, Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. Legends Limited Super Saiyan Trunks, or Super Saiyan Gohan and Trunks. Succession as number 2 there. Ultra Perfect Cell is number 3. Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta is number 4. Number 5 is LF God Goku. 6 is Ultra Beast Gohan. 7 is Legends Limited Super Saiyan 3 Goku. 8 is Ultra Turles. 9 is Majin 2. 10 is Tamagami number 3, and then honorable mentions of 11 to 15 is LF Murtsumasu, LFIT Goku, Ultra Majin Vegeta, Super Trunks, and LF Daima Red Super Saiyan Goku. Let me know what you guys think of my top 10 list / top 15 list here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.